Barbara. I think they're pretty fresh because one just took my finger up earlier.
Yeah.
So they seem pretty fresh.
I hope he didn't send down any one-legged bandits, did he?
No.
Hopefully.
They're all perfect.
They're all perfect.
I think.
Look at this. He sends you a few on the top that are large, then he sends us crap. What the hell's the matter? Paul's been working for us for how long with that guy? We always like to support the local fishermen because everything started here. From Paul, I've gotten crabs for about 35 years, probably. In one way, I'm very fortunate that these guys fish for me for that long. In other ways, I still got to keep them straight in line and not just deliver anything they want to deliver. You,
yeah.
Where's your fish market shirt? Wrap this around your neck when you come back. You come back with that red shirt on, not that blue shirt. What the hell's the matter with you? Another day in the life at the fish market.
No, I mean, back in the day, it's like 15 years ago, it was your birthday, we should get you in and throw you in the crab tank right here. Back in the day, it's like, yeah, no, I'm dead serious. With the crabs and everything, we just throw you in there.
With the crabs?
Yeah.
No.
Steve, were you, right? I was telling him stories about when it was people's birthday, we used to throw them in the crab tank. Don't you remember that? Or you were not around when we used to do it, right?
Birthdays.
Yeah. See?
Birthdays are if they quit. My name is Steve, and I've been here 37 years. I'm the longest employee, still working for Tommy and Henry and all those guys. And
When did you start working here when you were like 5?
started here when I was in high school. When I first started here, they actually asked me to help out. I used to just hang around down here with my parents, and they would bring out this pan of marinated Dungeness crab, and I got to eat all this crab I wanted. And I thought, well, I guess I'm just working to eat crab, which was for me great. I was fine. I loved it. And then they asked me, well, you might as well just work here. So I just started working here. I mean, they really took care of me and just kind of allowed me to be a part of their family. You know, Jennifer, she was 6 years old when I started here. So I mean, when you add a few years in between her and Mike, you know, I've seen them grow up.
What is it?
It's
Crab?
Yeah.
Oh. By your longest employee. Thank you, Steve. You're welcome. Cheers.
I appreciate you delivering the crabs. Thanks for coming down. I'm sorry you got to catch hell for your boss, Paul. But one good thing, at least you got a good San Pedro Fish Market shirt.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks a lot, huh?
You know, the advantage of having someone like Tommy that's been in this industry for 6 decades is he gets the best pricing because of the relationships that he's built. I mean, growing up with some of these guys and knowing them as well as he does and taking care of them. Mike Morey has been trying to find sources for seafood for the last 3 years, but he cannot beat the pricing that Tommy gets no matter where he looks in the world. He's only beat it twice.
Where are we going?
We're going right a mile away from here where the fishermen that fish for us have to dock their boats. Well, Neal's got some more crabs for us. We're going to go over there and we're going to inspect the crabs. And Frank, he's got some fish on his boat. We're going to go inspect those fish, make sure he's got the right size, the quality, and everything is up to our standards. You got a decent catch today. But you know what? How long you had this fish on this boat? What the hell? Where'd you go? Fishing all night long and forget to come in?
Hi, my name's Frank Trauma. I've been fishing for Tommy since I was 18. This is my 3rd fishing boat that I built that I fished with him. I do a little lobster fishing. My puller's on the other side. I do a lot of netting, halibut, sea bass, shark.
What kind of horse is this, Frankie?
Figure though, people like those little ones, you know.
You got balls, let me tell you.
Everybody, anything's edible, you know.
If I caught that fish, I would leave it, I'd put it back in the ocean, man.
I love what I do. I wouldn't give it up for anything else. Whenever you're ready to deploy a net in the water, if you noticed here, I have my markings, I have my numbers. This identifies Fish and Wildlife, knows it belongs to this boat, it belongs to Frank Trauma.
How many pounds of fish do you bring in a week for the market?
Oh, it depends. Sometimes 200-300 pounds a day, and then depending what, I always call the market, see Tommy wants sea bass, what he wants, and then I select him the nice fish, what he wants, and bring it to him.
This is a Detroit diesel. These engines were involved in D-Day, if people can believe that. I'm Neal Guglielmo. I've been fishing for Tommy Amalfitano for 45 years now. Same boat. I love what I do. There's no employer, gentleman like him.
same
It's-
boat. You better put a little paint on this boat.
Powder and
This
paint.
guy's made a living for you for 45 years. Look at this thing.
Powder.
Holy crap! Put a little paint on this thing when you got
he doesn't
in your
talk-
spare time, will you?
If he doesn't
What are you
cuss
laughing
me
about,
out
Frankie?
or
Yours is
talk
worse
me
than his.
to like
Look
that,
at
I
that
call
piece of wood.
911.
What the hell is
In
going
one
on?
ear, the other.
Look at this stuff, man. Look at this.
Dropping on the deck.
Powder and paint makes you look what you ain't. An old fisherman taught me that. I went to USC. I thought civil engineer. My heart wasn't in it. I was in a cubicle, and my family were all fishing on the ocean. So I made a choice. After 2.5 years in 1973, I said, life's too short. I felt like I was still in school. Break time, lunch time. I said, I'm not going to go out this way. So I went fishing and I didn't look back. This is the escape port for the small crabs go out, and they'll go out of there. After they eat, just like if we go in a restaurant, we eat, we want to get out. Well, same with crab. I fish for the best market, San Pedro Fish Market. 3 times this past lobster season, I told Tommy, the price has gone down. He said, don't worry about it. A month later, I told him the same thing, same answer. A month after that, there's no one like him. I never left. I just fished for him. So, I got him, Tom.
Here, you do the work then. I don't mind being the boss and walking around.
You've been doing this for how long?
Come on, Frank. When I'm talking to Frank, I have to think of an excuse how I'm gonna get out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then he starts talking, he never shuts up. I know. You go yak, kitty, yak, kitty, yak. He's famous for that.
From the boat to the market.
Who are you guys? What you got in there?
Looks like this.
Oh, look at
You guys
that.
don't know what that is, and you're in the wrong spot.
Look at that.
It's like fish guts, roe, some fish. I'm thinking, oh,